We are here. We are here, eager to share, wanting to share. And what are we sharing this day? We are sharing love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, grace, and joy. And so many have, we want to say, life experience that allows a space not to feel compassion or kind or loving or forgiving. Tracy is the medium in which collective consciousness is flowing through. Tracy has moved aside, lack of better words. It's all fascinating to Tracy. She still says, how do you move my hands? How do I know what to say? So she is truly the medium in which the words are being received. To Tracy, it feels like all things from the heavens, all good things from the heavens. She will say to anyone, it is like having a conversation with the heavens. Oftentimes we say, bring heaven to earth, and earth will be your heaven. And so the foundation of all Tracy's sharing, through her books, videos, radio, is truly based on the foundation of love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. With that foundation, there is many avenues that can be branched out, if you will. So we have said and shared many times that it is all a choice. You have been granted, given free will when you arrived upon Mother Earth. You came in all your beautiful light and divine glory, whether one believes that or not. And we are not here to change a belief. We are wanting to share that underneath layers of human experience, underneath the heartache, the challenges, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the victories, the blows, underneath it all holds the grandest, purest sense of you, your divine, eternal self, your authentic self, who you really are. What is held within? What is held within? In that light that is held within, call it inner essence, God within, if you will, your soul. Many have different names for what is held within. Who am I? I am. I am that I am. So who are you underneath layers of human experience? And who were you before your arrival upon Mother Earth? And some never ponder that question. What do you mean? Who was I before arriving? Most ponder departing Mother Earth. Most feel that they would depart into and arrive at, if you will, lack of better words, love. The expansion of love so grand, it is only forgiveness. It is only kindness. It is only compassion. And it is only love in the purest form of who you are. So we guide gently to bring forth perhaps a remembrance if you have forgotten who you truly are. There are times that are so difficult. It is easy to place down love. There are days where it is very, very easy to place down kindness and compassion. And there are days where most certainly forgiveness would never be granted. But what if you understood that you hold the miracles because that is who you are. You are a miracle creating miracles. You are the creator of your day. And ones will challenge and say, are you kidding? This is BS. I create my day. I created this dead-end job I'm in. I created fighting with my spouse all the time. I created all this responsibility. I don't think so. I created parents that don't understand me, a society that I can't fit into. I created this. I don't think so. And it is understood. But what if in your daily activity, in the mundane, again, in the highs and the lows, what if you could remember for one moment who you truly are? Who you truly are. And ones will say, okay, so I'll remember. What good is that? So, divine eternal light, yeah, well, my divine eternal light isn't shining today now, is it? Yes, it is. The light that you are, who you are, shines every moment in time. It is a decision to bring it forth. It is. And it is not an easy, we don't even want to call it a task, an easy remembrance to bring it forth in times that are very challenging. And times are challenging. But if you could bring forth love, and just gently, if you could just envision this in your mind, you're holding love, whatever that means to you. You're holding love and you bring it forth, and we would gently ask you to place it upon what is troubling you. Just imagine love being placed upon what is troubling you. Bring forth your kindness and place kindness towards someone, something that is troubling you, including yourself. Bring forth compassion, lots of it, bundles of it, and just cover what is upsetting you with the grandest sense of compassion. Think of it as a light right over all your challenges. And then, the most difficult for most to do is to bring forth forgiveness. 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 Why is that so hard to do? And it is understood why it is. There are some things that happen on the planet that would feel that they could never be forgiven. There are things to ones that feel minor to another and they won't forgive. Hang on to it. They hang on to the resentment and they hang on to the anger, and all created because one had a difficulty time bringing forth love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness to the upset, to the challenges, to the heartache. And we are not saying, oh, here's your little magic wand, bippity boo, it's all gone, all your troubles are gone. No, this is not hairy, fairy stuff. This is us reminding you of who you truly are. The miracle of you, and most wouldn't even see the miracle of you. What are you talking about? You can't be living here on Mother Earth, whoever you are. We know what is said. There is plenty of condemnation upon Mother Earth. There is plenty of judgment upon Mother Earth. And isn't it fascinating that most of the condemning, most of the judging is placed upon oneself. One speaking to oneself. Or words being held on to. Something said as a little one in the playground and being held. And resentment and anger held for years. Never ever giving the one that perhaps said the unkind words any forgiveness at all. only hate towards them, only dislike towards them. And it is a natural response. But how good do you feel? How good do you feel when love is not present, when compassion is not present, when kindness is not present, when forgiveness is not present? Forgiveness is for oneself always, not for another. It may feel like it is for the other, but it is not. It is always for oneself. And that is also for kindness, compassion, and love. Even though when you bring it forth, the world changes vibration for the better of all. It is a divine ripple effect. We're not kidding. Love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness matches the vibration of the universe. Think about that. Ponder that. Having a quarrel in the heavens would seem absurd. So what if you could? What if you would? Bring forth what you came with Mother Earth with, who you really are. What if you could? What if you could sprinkle a little hairy fairy dust of love? What if you could say, oh, okay, here's my pretend magic wand and I'm kind. No, here's some compassion to you. Oh, here, bippity boopity boo, you're forgiven. Yeah. Even in the mocking of it, even in the distaste of it, you bring an awareness to your own senses that relieves a little bit. Because even if you pretended in sarcasm that you have a magic wand and you're making people disappear, if you will, making your problems disappear. But if you had your pretend magic wand and say, okay, what if? Here's a little love thrown at you. Here's some love. What if you lit up the roadway before you drove your car? What if you took your pretend magic wand and said, here, I'm sprinkling some love. Sprinkling some love on all these travelers. Do you think it would be overlooked truly in vibration? Even with sarcasm, the intention of bringing forth love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness to another, to others, towards yourself, in sarcasm, in making fun of, holds a vibration of awareness. Because intuitively you know that if you could bring forth the love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, you would feel better. You would feel better. Holding on to upset, understood the upset. And yes, there's a grieving time, and yes, there's a process time, and yes, there's a time to be angry. All emotions are meant to be felt. But how long do you wish to carry it for? That is the question we always ask. How long do you wish to carry it for before you decide to bring forth your love, your forgiveness, your kindness, your compassion? And we have shared, someone will say, well, I'm very compassionate, I'm very kind, I'm very loving. I have forgiven many things. Yes. But we've also shared on what scale, because it is a choice, and ones will challenge. Well, it's a choice. Yes. And isn't it fascinating how one can be compassionate to a total stranger and not compassionate to a family member? And little time goes on and one can be very compassionate to a family member, even perhaps the same one that they were not compassionate to before, and not compassionate to a stranger at all. That's where we point out that it is a choice. The level of compassion that you give, the level of love that you give, the level of kindness that you give. And so often it feels that if it is not received, it is difficult to give. Well, why should I be kind? They walk all over me. I'm always kind and they walk all over me. I don't even get a thank you half the time. I am kind and they walk all over me. I don't wish to be kind anymore. Can you see in that dialogue how it is a choice? You can turn off kindness like a light switch. You can turn off love in a flash. You can turn off compassion and forgiveness quickly and easily. Does that not show how much of a choice it truly is? So we are sharing this day that when you bring forth the best of who you are in all your grace and glory and perfection of divine light, you change the world. We are not kidding. You change your world. You start to see things a little more clearly. So if you were to sprinkle your loving fairy dust before you drove your car, you would feel more relaxed driving your car. Even if it is sarcastic, and even if it is, just hocus pocus BS. It is an awareness that you are bringing it forth. But if you choose to bring it forth without the sarcasm, without thinking it's airy-fairy nonsense, without the condemning and the judgment, then you are able to bring forth the purest sense of who you are, the love that you naturally are, the love that you hold, the love that you offer, the love that you receive. And if it does not feel that you are receiving what you are giving, what you are putting forward, it is a vibrational match to the universe. So let us say you're very kind and you're very giving to someone, and you didn't feel that it was given back, and you feel that that was a waste of time. They didn't even say thank you, or didn't acknowledge, or just didn't give back. Then it made your heart hurt. Understand that any time you feel the emotions of love, kindness, compassion, forgiveness, you match universal divine frequency. And when you become a match to divine universal frequency, vibration, doesn't it enhance? Would it not just enhance? For there are no quarrels in the heavens. Why? There is no judgment or condemnation. There is no war within. So, we are going to wrap up this segment. There was not truly a topic other than love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, and we know it is repetitive. But it is one of the most powerful, we want to say, it is the most powerful, remarkable, miraculous offering you could offer to yourself or to anyone or to any one thing. Bringing forth love where love isn't present. Being kind when kindness isn't present. Being compassionate to the depths of compassion where compassion is not present. And being forgiving when it is the most difficult thing for you to do. Opens a space to allow space to receive the goodness of all. For you are a miracle creating miracles. We could not ever convince you. You would have to have your own knowing. And you would have to have your own knowing to bring forth the grandest sense of love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness for yourself. Really, really, really good. There is great love for you. Thank you. Thank you.